Hello and welcome to the Pick Last review of Dead by Daylight, giving you the average gamer's take on this horror game. So turn out all the lights, lock the doors and windows, and let's get started. Dead by Daylight was originally released for PC on June 14, 2016 by Behaviour Interactive, but it wasn't released for PlayStation 4 or Xbox One until June 20th of 2017, so that's why we're doing this now. And you can tell it was built for a computer because you still use a cursor on all the menus. For those that don't know, Dead by Daylight puts you right in the middle of nearly every slasher movie ever made. You find yourself in an incredibly dark and creepy area with no immediate means to escape. You can either play as one of 4 survivors trying to find a way out, or as the lone killer hunting the survivors down before they do so. The objective for the killer is obvious: kill all 4 of the survivors without letting them escape. But it's not as easy as that. First, you have to find them. Then you have to injure them twice and carry them to a sacrificial hook to hang them so they can be devoured by an evil entity known as the Entity. The survivors, while they can't hurt the killer, do have a chance to escape both from being carried and from the hook itself, and they can help each other do it. For their part, the survivors' goal is to repair generators, which will send power to 2 gates in the outer walls. There are 7 generators in all, randomly placed each time you play, and 5 of them need to be fully repaired in order to activate the gates. It's a long process, and a missed skill check will cause a small explosion which can draw the attention of the killer. A successful skill check, however, will give a small boost toward the repair. Once the gates are powered, the survivors each have a choice. Do they head off to the same gate as the others and hope the killer tries to guard the other gate? Or do they split up and boost their chances that someone will make it out alive? Of course, just having power to the gates isn't enough. If you're the first to arrive, you'll need to hold the switch to open it. It takes about 20 seconds for the gate to open, and it feels like an eternity when you know that at any moment the killer might attack. Depending on how many survivors are left and generators are repaired, a secret escape hatch will also be available. I have no video of the hatch, as I never found it as either a killer or a survivor, even though it had opened on a number of playthroughs. There are several characters to choose from on both sides. The different survivors all play pretty much the same, while the killers all have the same basics, but each has a unique power or tool just for them. Gameplay is weighted pretty heavily toward the killer. They can't be hurt or killed, they generally move faster than the survivors, can use trails to track them, and can always see where the unrepaired generators are, as well as the gates once they've been powered. To help counter this, survivors can drop obstacles in the killer's way and get over them much faster than the killer can. They also don't lose any speed in the first level of injury, and get a moment to get away whenever they escape from being carried or after the killer makes an attack. Survivors can also find places to hide, but just a warning: if the killer finds you, you may go right on their shoulder headed for the hook. Survivors also get the advantage of perspective. They play the game in third-person view, giving them a fairly good view of the world around them. Killers play in first person, forcing them to only look at what's in front of them and not as easily see what else is there. One more advantage survivors have is the ability to team up. Whether helping someone escape, repair a generator, or healing someone, you've got strength in numbers. But this is, of course, optional for all of you lone wolves out there. When choosing which side you want to take, I will say that naturally it's a lot more nerve-wracking being a survivor than it is being a killer. Or you might describe it as exciting. Either way, my heart rate jumped and so did my stress level. Those looking for a storyline will be disappointed. There's backstories you can read, but nothing more than that. It's also entirely online and requires 5 players for the most part. Seems like it shouldn't be a problem, but there can be times when it seems like you're the only one online and can't get a match. And so you just wait. During the matches, regardless of which side you're on, you'll earn blood points, which you can spend in the blood web in order to improve your character. Points you earn using one character can be spent on any of them, even swapping between killers and survivors, so pick your favorite and build them up, at least until the entity slows you down. You'll also be getting items that you can use in the loadout screen to give your character an extra advantage in the next match. The aesthetics will put you right in the mood. Lots of creepy sights and sounds of crows, explosions, and screams will keep you alert. And you'll want to be sure you can hear those sounds, as several audio cues help you know what's going on around you. From loud noises and people moaning in pain that attract the killer's attention, to a heartbeat that survivors hear that gets louder the closer the killer is to their position, you'll want to be able to hear everything. All in all, it was a mostly enjoyable game. When I could find a match, it was a lot of fun hunting down survivors or running scared. When I couldn't find a match, it kinda sucked. I'll try not to let that take too much away from it, and I'll give it a 7 out of 10. So, do you think that you can survive? Thank you for watching my review. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, and while you're at it, click subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos. And check out some of my other videos while you're here. We'll see you next time.